Hello soulmate, welcome back again to another tutorial. So today's video I'm going to be showing you guys on how to cut and sew a mermaid skirt. So this is a requested tutorial and I'm not working on any mermaid skirt for now, so I'm just going to be giving like an illustration on this particular style, how to go about it. So if this interests you, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Let's get into it. Welcome back again soulmate. Like I said earlier, I don't have any mermaid skirt work for now, but I'm going to be cutting this out with the size of a little baby. Just listen to what I'm saying, the illustration I'm going to be giving. Fold your fabric into two, and to get the wideness of your fabric, you are going to fold it into 20 inches. So you can use up to 20 to 30 inches depending how full you want the mermaid part to come out. Okay, so after folding your fabric, you go ahead and rule out the starting line. The starting line is going to serve as the waistline. From this waistline, come down by your hip length. Okay, so just mark your hip length. Then after marking your hip length, the next thing to do is to mark your knee length. So go ahead and measure out your knee length. Most time the knee length is always at 24 inches to 26 inches. So whatsoever you have as your knee length, you subtract 6 inches from that. Okay, so when you subtract 6 inches from that, then you go ahead and mark it down. So after getting the knee length, the next thing to do is to get the skirt length. And to get the skirt length, what you are going to do is to measure out your skirt length. Then you are going to add extra inches to the skirt length. Take for example, my skirt length is 45 inches. I'm going to add extra 7 to 10 inches or 15 inches to the skirt length. So this actually depends how full you want it to be. Okay, so the more you add, the more the fuller the skirt is going to become. So go ahead and get your skirt length. After getting that, the next thing now to do is to place the quarter of our waist measurement. So divide your waist measurement into 4 and place it there. Then you are going to add your stitching allowance of 2 inches, or you can make use of 1.5 inches. On the hip area also, go ahead and divide your hip measurement by 4. Then you are going to add your sewing allowance on that part. Okay, now to get the knee measurement, what you are going to do is to subtract 1.5 inches from your hip measurements. So at that hip line, go ahead and measure what you have in total plus the seam allowance on the hip line. Whatsoever you have, subtract 1 inch or 1.5 inches from it. Okay, then you place it on the knee line just like the way I'm doing. The next thing to do is to connect the point. Connect from the waistline all the way to the knee line with a curve like this. Okay, so make sure this part is well curved like you see me doing. Okay, so the next thing now to do is to connect from the knee line all the way to the end of the side of the skirt area, that is the bottom of the skirt. So just connect like this with a slant line all the way to that part. So that is going to give you the A-line shape at that area. Okay, so after connecting it, the next thing now to do is to take out this sharp point at this area. So just go up by 1 inch towards this area at the side. Then you are going to connect this like this with a curve, and that is it for the front. The next thing to do is to cut it out. So just go ahead and cut it out. Then I'm also going to cut out the top part. Okay, so just cut out that excess we have at the top. Then don't forget to notch the midpoint of the center front. Is very necessary. Then after doing that, this is what we are having, guys. You can see how it came out for the front skirt. This is how the front skirt should look like. So the next thing now to do is to fold another fabric which is going to be bigger than the front area. Okay, so just go ahead and fold another fabric. So I've gone ahead to fold the fabric, and this is it. So to know the actual fabric to fold for the back, what you are going to do is to place your front piece on the folded fabric. Okay, so always fold your fabric into 2. So just place your front piece on the folded fabric, then towards the center front like this. You know there must be a space at that point, so you're going to take your tape now and measure from this knee line. So let me just mark the knee line. From this knee line all the way to this bottom side of the front skirt. Then whatsoever you have there, you are going to place it at the front like this, okay? So after placing it at the front, the next thing to do is to add enough extra allowance, okay? So you can add up to 10 to 30 inches. So this actually depends on the kind of train you are going for, okay? So if you want the train to be too long or too full, just add extra 20 to 30 inches, okay, to get the full train. So if you notice your fabric is not enough for the part where you measured plus the extra allowance, you can go ahead and refold it. You can see me, I'm trying to refold it because it was not enough. So go ahead and refold your fabric for the back and place the front piece on it. You take the measurement you have from the knee area to the bottom part, you place it there plus the extra 10 inches, okay? So you just place it there, or your 30 inches depending how full you want it to be, like I said earlier. So after getting this is what we are having. You are going to connect it all the way now to the new area of the front. So on the waist area, you're going to place 1.5 inches for the zip allowance, like so. Just go ahead and place 1.5 inches. Then for the hip area, you are going to place 2 inches. So the extra half inch on that part is going to serve as the butt enhancement, okay? It's going to bring out the butt area out, okay? Then at the knee area, you're going to also place 1.5 inches at the knee area. So whatsoever you place at the waist area, you're going to place it on the knee area. Then after doing that, you're going to connect it like this, and you're going to have this shape. Please don't forget to notch the zip area, okay, because you know it's curvy and also the side is curvy, so that you don't make mistake. Always notch your zip area. Then the next thing now to do is to measure what you have on this part. You can see this train. Measure the train length. So whatsoever you have on the train length, you're going to rotate it now like this. So you're rotating it as if you're cutting out a flare. So you're just going to rotate your tape all the way like this, okay, towards the center front like this. Then when you get to the center front, you are going to go over to the side front. You can see that side. You are going to connect it like this. So you are making sure that the side front of the side back are going to be the same at the side. You can see the way I'm doing it. You're just going to make like a slant S, then connect it back to the train just like this. I hope you are following what I'm doing. So just watch what I'm doing and see it carefully. After connecting it, you should have it looking this way for the back piece, so you can see how neat it's looking. So for the making of this mermaid skirt, I will advise you to use enough fabric, especially if you have a fabric of length 60. I think that will be better than using Ankara. Ankara is still better, but you know Ankara length is 44 to 45 inches. So length 60 inches of fabric will be much better, okay? So if you don't want this particular one, I still have another video on how to cut another type of mermaid skirt. I will drop it on the description box for you guys to watch. So the next thing now to do is to go ahead and cut this out. So guys, after cutting it, this is what we are having. So you can see the front piece and the back piece. So this is what we are having. I'll take out the front piece so that we can mark the side back and the center back, so that we'll not be confused, okay? Before stitching this down, you make sure you add your lining to this, okay? So I'll just go ahead and stitch it down at the zip allowance we are having remaining at that part, okay? Then stitch it all the way to the train. After doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to take out ½ inch from the center front of the skirt. After stitching it down, this is what we are having. You can see the way I stitch it down. So this is how it's supposed to be when you stitch it down. So you can see the butt enhancement at that part. It will make the butt area to relax properly, okay? So this is what the back piece is looking like, and you can see the train. The next thing to do now is to go ahead and add the front piece to it so that you can stitch up the side. So like I said earlier, before doing this, make sure you add your lining. So your lining can be half lining, or you can make a full lining for this, okay? So if you have much fabric, you can go for full lining. If you don't have much fabric, you can make it short lining, okay? Then you place the front piece Make sure you turn them with your lining, then you place the front and the back piece together and stitch it down. So guys, after stitching it down at the side, you can see what we are having now. You can see how beautiful the skirt is looking. So this is for a baby. I made it for a baby and this is how it came out. So the next thing now to do is to go ahead and iron your skirt. Make sure you open up the seam area of the skirt, okay? The seam allowance, iron it open so that everything can relax well. Then the next thing to do is to turn it over to the front piece. Then you give this a very good ironing so that all the seam at the side can come out properly and the shapes can come out well. So you just go ahead and iron it properly, and you can see how the skirt is looking. There's no lining and it still came out looking well and beautiful. So guys, this is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a quick one because it's a requested tutorial from a subscriber. So I hope this tutorial was easy enough to follow. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video for more videos on this channel. Love you guys as always. Bye bye.